What's up guys, Matt back again, and this is the Ichiban Kuji Dragon Ball Super Extreme Saiyan. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the entire set.
Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey.
This set opens up with our first ever Masterly's Extra of the ultimate and most godly form, Ultra Instinct Goku. I'll make note that my thoughts and critiques may be a bit different in this review because this entire set consists of Masterly's Extras of characters that are not typically depicted as huge in the anime or manga of Dragon Ball. The set really feels like Bandai trying to take Masterly's and pit it up against something like Super Master Star's piece. So it's a very special set with figures for those that love that. Let's bring our focus back to Goku. The figure seems based on the teaser image and eye catch for Ultra Instinct Goku. Goku's likeness is perfect. He looks so menacing and serious, but the details in his eyes and his expression are so good. I don't think I've ever seen a Goku that looks so menacing before. The entire sculpt is highly detailed. His hair not only has the right shape and size for UI, but has some texturing to detail the hair strands too. All of his muscles are really well done, and the battle damage on his pants are great. You can tell that a lot of thought went into the sculpt of this figure to not only balance him while keeping his eyes looking behind him, but also in the ins and outs of his inner body and clothes. The paint and shading are also incredibly done. There's shading all over his body and clothes while his hair has a metallic finish to it. Personally, I think the metallic finish is very well suited to Ultra Instinct. Now, in regards to scaling, this figure does not scale with regular Masterly's figures, obviously. As I mentioned earlier, I look at this figure as a special release rather than one to be posed and scaled together with regular Masterly's figures. So I think when it comes to regular Ichiban Kuji, this one is a great value and perfectly sized for the intention behind it. This Goku is one of my favorites of all time and is an absolute must-have if you're a big fan of the form and highly detailed figures. Next up, we have the Potara-fused warrior who became even stronger than a god, Vegito. Vegito really doesn't get a whole lot of love in Masterly's. For some reason, it's always within Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I'm glad that Bandai gave him some love with this special Ichiban Kuji. Vegito's likeness though, well, that's something up for debate. From certain angles, he looks pretty cool, but from a lot of other angles, he looks very strange. His face feels like it's too small for his head, and frankly, I would even argue that his head looks a little too small for his body. It's crazy how off this figure looks, and it's really all within his face and head. Outside of that, his actual sculpt is really well done. I love how they sculpted his gloves so well that it looks like he's actually tugging on them to tighten them. The texturing and details around his gi are really well done. I even love the way they sculpted and textured his hair to detail every strand. The paint and shading of the figure are top notch too. The blues of his gi contrast really well with the oranges, and the shading is seen from top to bottom. Vegito obviously won't scale with any other Masterly's figure besides the one in this collection. I currently use him as the centerpiece for one of my Dragon Ball Super shelves, but plan to move him to a very special display once I start collecting the Super Master Star's piece figures. Vegito is really cool for the most part, but if you can't get over his absolutely goofy face and somewhat off proportions to his head, then he might be the one figure you'll try to skip in this set. Sometimes you can't have a Kuji with just Vegito. You have to include arguably the more popular fusion from Goku and Vegeta, Gogeta. It's funny to think that this was our very first DBS Gogeta within Masterly's. And what better way to have the character than having him as a Masterly's extra? Now that I think about it, I think Goku is the only one in this Kuji that's somewhat referencing something. But if I'm wrong, please let me know down in the comments. Gogeta's likeness is incredible. It definitely reminds me of Gogeta's very proud and cocky look that he has during the credits of DBS Broly. His expression is just really well done. I love the way they sculpted his hair and body too. The hair is super detailed detailed and might be the best I've seen on a Gogeta figure. I love how his jacket is also blowing back in the wind, so it feels like it has some significant dimension and dynamic to it. Something I've also found annoying with many Gogeta figures is that his sash isn't usually sculpted into the figure, but rather a separate piece that can fall off pretty easily. Thankfully, that isn't the case here, and it's firmly in place on his body to avoid any accidental drops from him. The texturing of his pants is really cool to see in person as well. Paint and shading are spectacular and very noticeable from top to bottom. He's got awesome mixtures of blues in his hair to really make it pop. Gogeta, of course, will only scale well within this set, so keep that in mind. I love this Gogeta figure to death. I will almost always prefer my figures to scale together, but I can't deny how spectacular this figure is, and also how he may be the best singular Gogeta figure out there. This next section might be quick, as Prize D in this set is a simple recolor of Prize C. Bandai took their blue Gogeta and just recolored his head to be him in his base form. I won't knock any points for this choice for a few reasons. First of all, both Gogetas are within the same set, so you could argue either one of them is based on the other. Second, this is our only base Gogeta in Masterlies. Of course, he doesn't scale well with others within regular Masterlies figures, which I hope Bandai will fix one day. My final point will be that these two sculpts are spectacular. I don't think I would have been upset if they did something similar to the Super Master Stars piece Gogeta that had all three forms in their lineup. I also go back and forth as to which Gogeta I prefer from these two. I think the base form is my personal preference, simply because we hardly ever see Gogeta in base form as a figure, and he's still the only Masterlies we've got. If you don't want both, you can always pick your favorite between the two.
Miru様、何かコメントは？
来るぞ。
Our last one prize is something very near and dear to my heart. On the surface, he's just a recolor of Prize A. However, much like the argument I had in Gogeta's case, I think this is a great figure to choose in order to have a recolor. UI Goku is simply awesome, there's no doubt about that. I think I, like many others, prefer his sign form as it looks so distinct and cool. When I first collected this set and was getting my feet wet with Ichiban Kuji, I made a review of the whole set and they became some of my highest viewed videos ever. I wasn't really sure of what I was doing as a content creator or even a collector, but I knew I loved Dragon Ball, collecting figures, and making content. Those Extreme Saiyan videos were some of my first indications that I could truly find some sort of success with this channel. I'll always remember that whenever looking at these Extreme Saiyan figures. This UI Goku really drives that home for me. He's spectacular in every way and has every good quality Prize A has. The big difference is their hair coloration. Something you might not notice on the footage or in pictures is that even though this figure has black hair, he still has a really cool hint of subtle gloss around it. It looks so cool and unique for a black-haired Goku figure. I think the figure speaks for itself. A lot of people have asked me what I think is the best figure of all time or what my favorite is. Well, now you don't have to wonder any longer. This UI Goku is my favorite figure of all time. So those are my thoughts on Ichiban Kuji, Dragon Ball Super, Extreme Saiyan. I know this set is a little unorthodox just because they're all big figures, so if you don't like big figures, then this set is not really going to be the one for you, but if you don't mind that, or you want some very special centerpiece type of figures that go along with like Super Master Stars piece, or maybe even Grandista, these are definitely an awesome choice for you, and just such a cool and well-detailed set. But those are my thoughts, guys. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you made it this far in the video, please leave a like, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to go even further beyond in supporting this channel, you can consider becoming a YouTube member starting at $3 today, which gives you automatic free, or not free, but permanent access to our Discord community. You don't have to renew every month at the $3 tier, just letting you know. But you get access there. We're having lots of fun. We talk, we play games, all that cool stuff. And if you want to take part in our regular monthly giveaway, our $10, $15, and $20 members get an entry to win a Crane figure, an Ichiban Kuji figure, or an Ichiban Kuji set, respectively, every month. But I think that's all I got for you guys today. So until the next video, I will see you all later.